Senator Coburn, when last year's debt ceiling was raised, offered an amendment that the GAO undertake a report to look at duplicative government programs, things that are redundant and you don't need to do it 25 times. Well, the GAO has just finished producing that report, and Senator Coburn estimates that we could save at least $100 billion annually just by eliminating redundant and wasteful government programs.
That's Americans for Limited Government's Robert Romano talking about an observation of Oklahoma Senator Tom Coburn about a Government Accountability Office report. It seems our government really has gone wild. So wild, it may well have to shut down.
The House or the Senate or both branches of government couldn't shut down the government if they wanted to. They'll cancel a few services that the people like. They'll shut down Yellowstone Park. They'll stop mailing tax refunds back to the people and thereby try to create public angst against the government shutdown. But in reality, as we mentioned, most of the government functions will continue to occur, including military.
Another sign of government gone wild has been the recent ban of incandescent light bulbs. The new fluorescent light bulb that the government is forcing us to use is unpopular with many people. In the 19th century, South Carolina led the pack a couple of times in straying from the U.S. Now they are leading again in straying from the U.S. light bulb ban. This time there isn't as much dispute over whether South Carolina is right.
What South Carolina has done in response is to attempt to overturn that law by saying that people in South Carolina can produce light bulbs for sale in South Carolina. This gets around the government's claim to be following the Commerce Clause, which is actually the Interstate Commerce Clause. By producing something solely in South Carolina for sale in South Carolina, the federal government has no power to regulate it under the Interstate Commerce Clause. And that's what the South Carolina law offered by Bill Sandifer and Dwight Loftus, state representatives there, are offering.
Frank McCaffrey, Americans for Limited Government.